There's absolutely no reason to talk about the prices for this computer because by the time this video comes out, probably it's like quadrupled. Fun fact, 5 years ago, I upgraded my PlayStation 4 Pro to 2 terabytes SSD. And I've been trying to sell this PlayStation for the last half a year probably. And now it's worth, probably it's a good reason to sell it as a, hey, I'm selling 2 terabytes of SSD wrapped in PlayStation 4. Anyways, that's not the point. This video is about this PC, ASUS ROG G700. Here's my unboxing. Out of the box, the chassis, a Wi-Fi shark fin antenna, the power cable, quick start guide. ASUS also includes a full RGB gaming mouse and keyboard. And if you bought this computer for gaming, just don't even unbox them, just straight into a trash can. And I mean both mouse and a keyboard. Very cheap mouse and not even a mechanical keyboard. Design and internals. The chassis is clean, tempered glass front and side. ROG branding restraint. Single RGB strip on the front intake fans. One design choice that I'm not sold on, the paragraph of text printed on the front panel. I get it, it's aesthetics, but it's kinda ages the design. Airflow. 3 intake fans up front behind the glass. Gap on the sides for air to pull in. Single exhaust at the back. Top vent for heat to rise. It's a positive pressure layout which keeps dust out, but it leans heavily on the front intake to do the work. CPU cooler. The unit ships with 240mm all-in-one liquid cooler for the CPU, and that's definitely a right call for 285K because Arrow Lake's flagship pulls real wattage under the multi-core load, and the air cooler is the base G700 SKU. It would just choke on it. You get 2 sticks of DDR5 RAM, 60GB each, so 32 in total, rated 6000 MHz. But by default it runs JEDEC speeds. XMP must be enabled in BIOS to hit 6000. That's one thing that most pre-built buyers usually don't check. In terms of storage, you get single 2 terabyte NVMe SSD Gen 4. For GPU, you get ASUS Prime RTX 5070 Ti, 60GB of GDDR7, triple fan, 2.5 slot design, and anti-sag bracket on the side, appreciated. On the back of the GPU, you have to remove a metal plate with multiple screws to pull the card. That's a maintenance friction point if you ever want to swap or RMA. This PC has an ASUS B860 chipset motherboard, 3 extra PCI slots beyond the GPU, but only one is actually available with the 5070 Ti installed because the card covers the others. One additional M2 slot for the second SSD is usable. No 2.5-inch SATA base, no 3.5-inch hard drive cages, but there are screw holes if you want to add one yourself. In terms of power supply, it's 850-watt non-modular light-on unit. For 285K and 5070 Ti, 580 watts is okay, it's doable, but it's not generous. And probably you will have to think twice before upgrading to high-tier GPU. Behind the side panel, messy cable management. Not catastrophic, but if you take this PC apart, putting it back together cleanly will take some patience. By the way, the same version of this PC that some other reviewers got from ASUS has a different internal. As far as I understand, this one is actually a retail unit that you can buy from store. In terms of ports, you obviously get plenty. Total of 11 USB-A and 2 USB-C. All of the necessary 3.5 mini jacks, 3 display ports and HDMI on the card, LAN, etc. Let's talk about software. That's a bit controversial. From one side, you have ASUS Armoury Crate that handles the system. Dashboard with the CPU, GPU, RAM stats, fan profile, silent, balanced turbo, and Aura RGB sync. If you're somebody who likes to tinker, the BIOS gives you all the options. XMP toggle, fan curves, undervolting. But if you want to plug and play, Armoury Crate will handle like 90% of everything you ever need. But from the other side, you have pre-installed McAfee antivirus. And for me personally, a person in 2026, to have a PC with antivirus, especially from McAfee, is a sign of, I don't know, please help me in the comments, what is this sign of? Because it's a sign of nothing good. Probably since 2015, I'm waiting for like 11 years, I'm waiting for the time when PC manufacturers will stop, first of all, producing software and installing different software. That's 2 things. But in this case, thing like a Armoury Crate, like a one software that controls everything you wanna do with your PC, I'm alright with that, and again, Armoury crate is awesome. But don't do anything else. Don't install anything. Please just uninstall. One side note about fan noise. Now this PC runs a standard mode. Let's hear it. I kind of feel that it's pretty loud. But also there's no reason for using a silent mode. Like I always say that for gaming PCs and gaming laptops especially, which are pretty noisy usually, there's absolutely no reason to use standard or even turbo when you're not playing. Just put it on a silent. And when you are gaming, you're probably using something like that and you still don't care about the noise. Turbo mode under the gaming load clearly audible, but not louder than the standard gaming desktops. No coil whine on this unit, no bearing rattle from the AIO pump. Overall, I would say the cooling system of this PC is amazing and it performs very well, especially under the heavy load in games. I've tested Cyberpunk, I played CS2 and a bunch of other games, and when I had 1 to 2 hour sessions in these games, the processor never was hotter than 70 Celsius. For the context, the cheaper $1,900 base SKU on the same chassis ships with an air-cooled Ultra 265F and a 5070. That config's price to performance is the one most reviewers benchmark. The unit I got is 285K 5070 Ti, all-in-one water-cooled, 32 GB of RAM and 2 TB NVMe SSD. It's a different animal at a different price. And probably I don't even know the price, because they like quadruple every day. This was my first ever pre-built computer video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a blast with this computer for more than a month. I played all these games and this is amazing because my own computer is 2080 Super, and this one is 5070 Ti on the modern processor, huge RAM, a lot of SSD, and the PC gaming is actually enjoyable. So I guess games aren't the problem. That's my crappy PC. That's my takeaway from this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share whatever you think in the comments. Appreciate you guys.